Chief O'Brien talks to me. Keiko talks to you. Why do they not talk to each other?
Hello, welcome back to Star Trek Sodium. This week we're looking at Star Trek Next Generation's 11th episode of Season 4, Data's Day. Now, Data's Day is the first episode since Spock's Brain that features a character name in the episode title, and some say that Data's Day is even better than Spock's Brain. And now on to the facts that you didn't even know. Marina Citrus had cleared out the birds that she'd possibly been keeping in her apartment in the Hollywood Hills due to her crucid landlord telling her to get rid of them. But the same couldn't be said for her home in England, which had been reportedly left to the seagulls and pigeons of Essex. For several months, the windows had been left open for the feathered friends to come and go as they please. By this time, every surface was thick with droppings and bird dust. Young chicks were nesting all over the place, and now a flock of vicious magpies had taken roost there. Marina Citrus's aunt had supposedly called the young actress and told her that her home had become a filthy warren of Hades, but the empathic actress was simply happy that the birds had such a lovely roost to call home. As the focus of the episode was on Data this week, and the hot studio lights would be on him more than ever before, extra makeup would needed to be applied to his protruding fingers, which would be under more scrutiny than ever before. Problems arose, though, when the makeup from his hands smeared on the door handles of the studio. Abruptly opening a door, Rick Berman's hand slipped on the makeup, and the strongly calibrated fire door allegedly swung back heavily into his pudgy face. Lashing out at the Data robot actor Spiner, Berman fought back the tears as he admonished the innocent makeup-wearing man. Data's Day introduces the fan-favourite characters of both Keiko O'Brien and Data's feline cat, Spot. Data's Day is a who's who of guest stars for Star Trek. Initially, Keiko and the Spot cat were planned to be one character, but the Chief O'Brien actor Meanie had a problem with this, and so petitioned Rick Berman to separate the character into two, meaning that Miles O'Brien would now be in a relationship with a fellow human. One question that raises its ugly head in this soapy episode is, how did it get its name? If we take the time to drill down into the title name of the episode and do some hensing research, we will come to a surprising conclusion. The Data robot takes pride of place in the episode title, making it clear to everyone watching that the episode is centered around him. In combination with the chronological word day, we learn that the episode is about this character and his day that he's having in space on the Enterprise of all places. The sick that was crusted within Fraker's beard was clear to see for all of his colleagues, let alone the telltale vomit smell. But the actor, who had rushed into work without taking time to look in the mirror, refused to believe it when Gates McSomething told him that he had sick in his beard. He refused to humour her by looking in the mirror or even touching his chin with his funny fingers. Things came to boiling point when Rick Berman refused to start the cameras rolling until the bearded actor had washed his chin sufficiently, getting rid of all the crusted on puke. Now, we all know that this episode is called Data's Day, but did you even know that there was other episode names in contention on early versions of the script? Other names that the episode might have had. Other names for the episode include Data's Wish, Data's Dance, The Transfusion, The Dance from Heaven, Cat Transfusion, A Day on the Ship, Lorraine, Spooky Pastime, Spooky Dancer, and Ship Cat Data Transfusion Reactive Power Dance. The name that the episode had, though, in the end, was Data's Day. It was the week of filming Data's Day that the unfortunate mix-up with the drinking water occurred. While refilling the Star Trek Studio 9 water cooler, the drinking water company accidentally connected their pipes to the wastewater pipe from the studio restrooms. As the cooler was a deep blue colour and he was wearing a sight-prohibiting visor, actor Lever Burton couldn't tell that the usually clear water in his cup was actually a browny yellow murky colour as it passed his soft lips. Immediately gagging, he spat out the foul juices all over the nearby Wesley person who was visiting to ask if he could come back to the show soon because he's quickly running out of money. Everyone had begun to grow tired of Patrick Stewart possibly constantly saying, "I won't stand for it." Reportedly, the Worf actor asked him what he meant by saying that, and he discerned that the Picard actor refused to stand where anybody else had stood on the set in that given day. Bewildered and enchanted, the Worf actor apparently asked the English/French captain how he remembers exactly where everybody else has been standing. Laughing in the Klingon's face, the baldy actor retreated quickly to his dressing room and no more was said. This is the week that Groppler Zorn actress Michael Douglas arrived at the studio and asked if he could appear in the episode, a triumphant return of the great Groppler. Michael Piller, who wasn't around for the first season, had no idea who Groppler Zorn was, and so he had the strange man forcefully ejected from the studio, which possibly led to him breaking both of his hands and bum. Thanks ever so much for checking out my super facts, all about the Next Generation's classic episode Data's Day. I'd number this episode with a fun 9 out of 10. It's a super episode and a strong part of the centre of Season 4. Thank you ever so much for watching my video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to subscribe, and like it if you liked it. And I look forward to your pretty comments down below, which I'll definitely read for sure. All the best, and I'll see you next time for more Star Trek facts that you didn't even know.